Under the Lake and Before the Flood is undoubtedly one of the best stories of Doctor Who Series 9. Not only is it a spooky and atmospheric base under siege story, but it also uses time travel in ingenious ways as part of the plot. To mark 5 years since this brilliant two-parter first aired, here are 5 facts about the story that you probably didn't already know about. From deleted scenes to cut dialogue and a link to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this video will hopefully teach you something new about the 2 episodes. I hope you enjoy. Beginning with deleted scenes, Under the Lake had a short scene cut from it, where the Doctor and Clara exit the TARDIS and get updated on what has been happening in their absence. I'm not sure why the scene was deleted, but it's worth noting that the finished episode replaces it with a voiceover from O'Donnell, so I doubt the reasoning was time. If you haven't seen the scene before, here it is in full.
What's going on?
The base has shifted to night mode about 7 hours early, so grab everything you need and head to the Faraday cage before the ghosts come back. O'Donnell is trying to fix the problem right now.
Before the Flood also had a scene cut from it that makes the episode even more timey-wimey by having the future version of the Doctor and Bennett have a conversation with Prentice immediately before they meet him for the first time at the start of the episode. This explains why Prentice is so fascinated by the Doctor and Bennett when he meets them in the episode. It's not because he's meeting a Time Lord and humans for the first time, as a redubbed line implies. It's because they look identical to the 2 characters he's just had a conversation with. Considering the scene is about 3 minutes long, I'm assuming it was cut for making the episode overrun, but whatever the reason, I'm gutted as I really think it should have been left in. You can watch the full scene by either clicking on the card in the top right corner of the screen or the link in the description below.
Clara, why don't I have a radio in the TARDIS?
You took it apart and used the pieces to make a clockwork squirrel.
So here's a nice little detail. The clockwork squirrel that is mentioned in Under the Lake as a gag actually appears at the start of Before the Flood, on top of the guitar amplifier. I completely missed this on my first viewing of the episode, and chances are you probably did too. Interestingly, the shooting script doesn't mention the clockwork squirrel at all, so the production team must have gone out of their way to make one, purely for eagle-eyed viewers to notice. If you're a Marvel fan, then you may be interested to know that the location used for the church interior is the same one as was used in Captain America: The First Avenger, for when Steve rescues the imprisoned soldiers. This isn't the only link to the film, of course. As you may already know, Jenna Coleman also briefly appeared in it, as Bucky's date. The final fact I wanted to share about Under the Lake and Before the Flood is that some dialogue was cut from the Doctor and Fisher King's exchange that gave more explanation as to how the ghosts operated. This was probably cut for pacing reasons more than anything else, but it still would have been nice to have kept the dialogue in, as it would have made it clearer as to why the ghosts could only come out at night. What follows is the scripted version of the exchange. So there we have it. That's 5 facts about Under the Lake and Before the Flood that you hopefully didn't already know about. If you enjoyed this video or learnt at least one new thing about the story, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any future Doctor Who Facts videos. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you next time.